was like a dream of a dream. The skies parted and I saw the dream come alive before my eyes.
Good morning. In case I don't see you, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. Frog. One perk, no pun intended, of Dunkin' coffee is a lot of times I don't even drink the whole thing. Pop it in the fridge, drink it the next morning, then go for coffee later. Hair of the dog that bit me. Actually, that doesn't really make any sense. So a lot of you messaged me about the Mecha Rex. Like I said before in previous episodes where we've done this, we are going to use a random process to select somebody. In fact, one of the people in the Gratitude Gang suggested that I make like one of those boards that you spin. It's like like on The Price is Right or something. I'm thinking I might actually do that. I mean, we're still selling stuff. It's all good in the hood, but we do have some time for like special project-y type things. So I'm not exactly sure I'm gonna do it. Actually, you know what? Write in the comments, what are some ideas you guys have for selecting random people? Because I want it to be like kind of a fair thing, you know? Morning roundup. A T-Rex skull coming out real nice, actually. Tom Cruise. I feel like he might actually be starting to be like kind of a regular thing. I've sold like 4 or 5 of these, I want to say. Another classic Gundy pipe. I think this printer pretty much just makes sharks at this point. And of course, new product, Morgan Freeman. Some of the support's kind of messed up here, but we're gonna do like a silver fade on him, and I think he's gonna be a big one. I messed with this a lot. I did a lot of sculpting, and normally I tuck these ears in so you don't have to do supports, but I was just looking at Morgan Freeman and like he's got them droopy big ears, and you just have to have that. That's like his thing. Andy Dufresne, who crawled through a river of shit and came out clean on the other side. Okay, I can't do a Morgan Freeman voice. It's one of those things I really want to work on. 2 things never happened again. The sisters never messed with Andy again, and Boggs never ate solid food again. I think I've told this story before, but basically how I learned to do the Sean Connery. When I lived in the Carolinas, for a while there, I drove up to Indiana every Christmas. And it's like 11, 12 hours. And I just decided at the beginning of one of those trips, I am gonna do the Sean Connery voice, and I'm gonna learn how to do it. So basically, I'm due for a road trip. It is raining. Or as we learned at the burrito place, lluvia. I wonder if the Spanish word lluvia is related to alluvial plain, which is like a geography thing. We got all the printers set up. It's getting a little less crazy out there, so I think it is coffee time. Coffee, coffee, coffee time. It be raining, y'all. We got one package to leave at Klein's. FedEx does not pick up on Saturdays, but I'd rather just have the package here than at my shop. All right, time to dunk. It's really coming down. So one thing I think we're gonna try to do is we are going to start we're gonna get into print on demand today. I actually just don't know what the process is, but we're going to start our first shop or start our first account on our first print on demand site. For anyone that doesn't remember me talking about this or hasn't seen episodes where I talked about it, there are these sites that you can basically get customer orders from, and then you have to print them and ship them. And I've heard that people make quite a bit from that. So while it's slower after the holidays, at the very least, I'm going to do that. And obviously, if it becomes a revenue source, I'm just gonna roll with it. It's one of those things I've thought about doing for years, but I just never pulled the trigger, especially because I basically always had enough sales. But I just don't want there to be like a slow period. And it's just, I've been thinking about doing it forever, so it's time to pull the trigger on that. We want the dunk, bump, ba-da-da, give us the dunk. Nothing helps me attack the day like a good dunking. Wow, this is a random thought. Does anybody remember the original Star Wars gangster rap? As in like the viral video from the early days of YouTube? I think I still remember some of the lyrics. I'm blowing. You know I'm on probation. Can I take the droids to the Tashi station? No, not ready are you. But there's a city in the clouds where they're keeping my crew. A Jedi's gotta do what a Jedi's gotta do. So Lord Vader, I'm coming for you. We were kings, man. We really were. Man, somebody just pulled out in front of me. Yeah, it was so good. Anyone that wasn't there for the early days of YouTube, you just don't even know. You don't even know how good it was. It's not the West Side. No, it is not. It's not the East Side. No, it is not. It is the dark side. You are correct. Mr. Worldwide. Back at the shop. You know, Morgan Freeman is one of those actors, there's a few of them, but he's at least kind of good in everything. Like, there are actors that appear in some movies that definitely suck, but like they were kind of good in it. Morgan Freeman's kind of one of those people. Most of his movies are at least pretty good. But if you think about that movie Wanted from whenever ago, it's like so over the top and cheesy, but like Morgan Freeman was kind of cool in it. It's like he was maybe the best thing about that movie. The main thing I remember about the movie Wanted, at the end, the guy looks at the camera and he's like, "What are you doing with your life?" As if like being a hitman is the highest calling somebody could be like called to in life. Like, how about anything that doesn't involve murdering innocent people? We've emailed a few people. So far we're trying, this is iMaterialize, about to message them. Treat stock is one that people have used, but I don't know. I may apply to it, but people say sketchy things about it. I'm not sure. We're trying Make XYZ, and there's a few more we're gonna try and sign up with. Treat stock does not work. I've read online that it didn't work, and it's true. And some of these questionnaires are heavy duty. Like, I don't even know what a lot of this stuff is. Are limited life materials and chemicals properly identified with expiration dates and communicated to your customers? It's really asking me some stuff. Just applied to Xometry. I might look for a couple more, but I feel like we've applied to just about all of them. We did Sculptio. Let's see if that works. Yeah, I'm reading about a bunch of other ones. They're probably small, but we're gonna try Craft Cloud. Applied to Craft Cloud. They actually had a pretty good system of doing it. A lot of the other ones are just janky. Insights. You know you're fancy if you have an insights area of your website. Man, this is the most complex site I think I've ever seen in my life, and there's not a single email or anywhere to like this is the contact us page, and then it's just a whole bunch of BS. There's no way to contact these people. So for this particular site, it's called 3D Experience Make, and I literally asked ChatGPT to tell me what the email is for them, and it somehow found it. So we've applied to like 6 sites. That's probably good enough for today. Actually, here's one more. 3D Prototyping Hub, I think it's called. We're just gonna be extremely generous and say that I serve robotics because I do sell some robot headphone stands. All right, that is enough. Honestly, I was just trying to make like maybe a few $100s more per month. Be cool if at least one of those worked out. Feels weird filling out forms like that. Feels like I'm applying for a job. With all that being said, let's paint the eyes on the cat. There we go. Time to do this big kaloop. Another kitty to do. Alligator skull. Just a little touch up to be done here. We got 4 Dorothy boys. Time to do the Winston Churchill pipe holder. I think he's going bronze. Puggy boy. Pug can. Salvador Dali. A David. Yeah, so I just spent like an hour answering messages on Etsy. It's not just because of the giveaway thing. There's also just a lot of people, normal customers, messaging me because of the holidays. But it is time to paint Morgan Freeman. I think we're going to give him a nice silver fade with a jet black undercoat. Man, so many messages. But we are finally going to paint. Let's get some before shots. These ones are bronze, gold. This is going white. We've got black and white fades over here. A pug boy. And we've got the yellow David and psychedelic colors Dolly. We actually need some paints, so we are gonna go down the straight. Actually cleared up a good bit, which is nice. We are next to a creek, so if it rains too much, this thing could get flooded, and that's no bueno. Roses. Mission accomplished. Oh, all right, we're back at the shop. Time to paint. Fajita tacos, purple onions, and the mole sauce. All right, we've got, these guys are all done now. Got the big Nosferatu, the yellow David, all these metallic guys. Obviously Gator, Pug, black and white faders there. This needs some extra stuff done on the face, but that's the base coat. And the psychedelic dolly. Putting the eyes on the Sharky. In the eyes of the Sharky. Fun fact, when I was on tour in Nashville in 2012, I met the guy who wrote the Walker Texas Ranger theme song. His name is Turk Wilder, and he lives right across from Vanderbilt University. I think it's Vanderbilt in Nashville. Yeah. Or at least he did back then. He's a great guy. It was really fun talking to him, and he was really into the music me and my buddy were making. It's just a very random thing that happened to me in life. We're about to close up the shop. Got basically everything done for the night that we need to get. But I put the Mecha Rex up on Cults 3D. Link in the description. And I also made 2 different sizes. In case you're worried about the one size being too big, I made one that's optimized for smaller printers as well. You have the mounting holes in the back, very easy to mount on your wall, or do really anything you want with it. But again, it's just $5. If you're enjoying this content, it does encourage me to sort of dedicate more time to the videos and do all that kind of stuff if you download. Plus, I will feature your makes on the show, and you do see that every episode. At the end of the episode, you could be part of the montage of history for only $5. So the Mecha Rex is on Cults 3D. Like I said, link in the description. It's a great way to support the channel. Plus, I mean, listen, man, look at that. Look at that. Let's close up the curtains for the day. I actually just got somebody on Etsy that commissioned a Beagle headset with me. Beagle headphone stand. So we are going to be making that. And actually I did make it. That's something I did today. We're printing it right now. I want to see how fast I can get a custom order out. But it's gonna look really cool. You know, the Beagle's got the white down the front sort of, and then the orangish colors on the side. It's gonna be really fun. See, what am I thankful for? I'm really thankful to be playing guitar again, and so far, You guys have had some pretty good response, but let me know in the comments how you feel about the music stuff, the guitar stuff. You know, I could kind of go either way. It's fun to do, but if people aren't really into it, maybe I won't pursue it as much. Just let me know in the comments if you guys really like that kind of thing. One thing I'm grateful for today is somebody got inspired by my goal board thing, and it's fun to see that I've had a good influence on somebody. The new products that are being designed are looking great, and I'm really glad I got that Beagle today. It's very fun when somebody pays you to develop a product instead of just doing it yourself. It's a good feeling. I'm really feeling the dogs lately. I think I'm gonna make like a Dachshund, probably make like a Yorkie. I'm gonna make a whole bunch of dogs. People love dogs. Maybe I should make like a whole bunch of cyborg celebrities. You know, I've got the Morgan Freeman. Maybe I could make him like sort of a cyborg looking thing, like have a cybernetic eye and like things on his head and stuff. I wonder if people would be into that. Anyway, today was a good day. I enjoyed the I enjoyed the coffee. It was very rainy, but it was a good temperature out there. You gotta appreciate any December that isn't just friggin' cold. All right, let's check out the Discord comments and questions. Oh yeah, before we do that, I just want to mention I'm looking to start featuring businesses again. We're probably going to feature some of the people on the Discord, but if you have a 3D printing business or really anything 3D printing related that's a business, I would love to feature you on the show. Message me on Facebook. My Facebook link is on the main YouTube page of this channel, and get in contact with me and we will feature you. All right, let's read these things. We've got a bunch here. Spren says, the red round eyes and red background against the gold on the Mecha T-Rex looks great. Really pops. Somebody that's actually a member of the Gratitude Gang is getting that Mecha Rex. I'm glad it found a home today. There's a bunch to pick through here. D Duncan 9902 says, do the other tenants in your building have issues with the noise levels from your business, or do you have the building to yourself? I did have a neighbor, but then I got their property as well. And actually, this unit that's over here used to be the Democrat Party headquarters for Nacogdoches, which was quite small. Since we don't talk about politics on this channel, there's very little I can say about that. But even back then, they weren't working nearly as much as me, so it wasn't that much of an issue. Let's see here. Dash Render says, you good, bro? I see south of you is getting rocked by tornado activity. Just checking in. I probably should check the weather more. It did rain a bunch, but I did not get destroyed by a tornado. Fun fact, when I was growing up in Indiana, the skating rink me and my friends went to growing up got destroyed. And that was a shady rink. I think God destroyed it so more 12-year-olds wouldn't get like smoking weed and stuff. We'll do one more from Discord. How did you go about marketing when you first started out? This is a good question. Did you just list stuff on Etsy and wait for the orders to start building up? Or were you posting on different platforms to get more exposure? I was pretty much just posting on Etsy. There were things I experimented with though. Back when, in the tail end of the Craigslist era, I did advertise my products on Craigslist. It's a little hard to know. I wasn't paying that close attention to how many leads I was getting from that, but it's possible that some of them did. People on my Facebook buy things, but I don't really do outside ads. It's all been just SEO, getting organic traffic. That's the game. See, here's the thing with 3D printing. You can come out with so many products that it's like you have less investment in any one product because it's just, there's no reason. Like, just make a bunch of products. Let's do a few on YouTube. Brent Bowers, friend of the channel, says, Mecha Rex looks sick. Yes, it does. Shane Christensen says, Kristen. Yeah, it is. Shane Christensen says, one fork to rule them all. I'm gonna use that fork later. It's gonna be good. Cheesed says, I'm roaring with gratitude because my printed dogs came out positively amazing. And he posted those dogs on the Discord. You guys should join Discord. Join my Discord. You'll see the dogs. Thy Mystic. He's been featured on the channel. If you've got a business, let me feature you on the channel. It says, grateful for some calmer days after Christmas. Chaos and caffeine. Always grateful for caffeine. It's nice to know that they have caffeine in Norway. Just a load off my mind. It means I could travel there, theoretically. Well, that's probably about enough of those for today. Now it's your turn. Are you ready? You ready for this? Tell me in the comments what you're grateful for. And the answers to the other questions I asked, which I've already forgotten about. I might give you a heart. I might give you an upvote. Tell me about your pawpaw. Tell me what you're grateful for, the moments that bring you joy in your life, the little things that enrich and weave the tapestry of our happiness. I want to hear about it. Thank you for watching. Thanks for everyone who subscribes. I really appreciate it. Tell me if you like the music content in the commentios. And I will see you on the next episode. Peace.